only item of business is receive and consider for approval proposal for St. Helena Parish School District procedure development between Leapfrog and St. Helena Parish School District.
Leapfrog is an organization that works with school systems, the operations of the school system, and they will provide services for us to develop our standard operating procedures. If you recall, 2 school board meetings ago, we are now required through our audits to have standard operating procedures and various policies available through the audit. And so this will allow us to have quality standard operating procedures that we can submit to the legislative auditors and our auditors each year. So I'm requesting that you allow us to move forward with the contract with Leapfrog to help us develop our standard operating procedures.
Can I get a motion?
I so move. I second.
Been moved by Ms. Cheney, second by Ms. Porter, that we receive this proposal from Leapfrog. Is there any further discussion? Vote.
Mr. Travis?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. Refer to school board.
That concludes the policy committee.
The Building and Ground Committee will come to order. Roll call.
Ms. Linda Cheney?
Present.
Ms. Joyce Porter?
Present.
Ms. Barbara Whitley?
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph?
Here.
And the absent three. All members present.
Item 1, receive and consider for approval agreement on use of land and building between Great Nation Prayer Ministry, represented by Pastor Ellis Kelly Jr. and St. Helena Parish School Board.
We received an application from this ministry requesting the use of the auditorium and the cafeteria to host a gospel concert. So you have the information in front of you, just need your approval to move forward.
I so move.
I second.
Motion by Ms. Porter, second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No questions, vote.
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Whitley?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried. Refer to the full board.
Next item, receive and consider for approval agreement on use of land and building between St. Helena Little League, represented by Mr. Terry Addison and St. Helena Parish School Board.
We received an application from Mr. Terry Addison to use the gym for his basketball practices. There are just a couple of questions that we just need answered from him before moving forward, like the length of the time, the length of each practice, the start and end times, the schedule for practices, just the number of days that we're using the facility, and the number of students participating. And the last one is the insurance coverage. We were looked at the application and saw that only football and cheerleading was listed as coverage for the insurance, and so we notified Ms. Beatrice notified the insurance company to find out what process needed to be done to add the basketball, and I believe that they've taken care of that. So we can move forward with the request as soon as that information or that item is placed on the insurance, and that he just gives us the days and times of the practices.
Can I speak?
Sure.
I have the insurance covered for the basketball. It's gonna be video basketball when our little kids come here. We had that about 20 years ago, a little longer, video basketball thing in the parish. What we try to do is bring it back to try to help our little kids and try to maintain them so they won't be acting up so in the school system and everything. We're gonna try to get a good handle on our kids. That's why I wanna try to get video basketball in this parish. And only thing I want to use it is basic on a Saturday and a Sunday. Through the weekdays, I'm not going to interfere with no one. If I need to use it through the weekdays, I went and talked to Ms. Jackson, and I went and talked to Mr. Douglas. And I told him, if I have to use the gym, if I interfere with anybody, we won't even much come in the gym. But I would like to see, if I could get permission for the gym, can I get somebody to open the gym for me? With bitty kids, with little bitty kids, time frame, you might go in there and they can stay in there all day. Because the time frame with little kids, because they have energy. They got like older people, when they stay in there 2 to 3 hours, they get burnt out. and everything. They like to go. And we working on our park. I'm a commission on the park at St. Helena Park in Greensburg, and I'm supposed to be going down there with Miss Whitley stay at. Down in Dennis Mill, work with them on Lake Park so we get softball back in the parish with the little kids, because myself, I had my girls softball team. Miss Porter played softball, Miss Whitley, them, all of us had about 16 minutes of parish right here. So we want to try to get everything back on key like we used to.
Not a problem, we just needed to know the date. And you say Saturday and Sunday.
We're gonna be on a Saturday and Sunday. If we have to go through the weekdays, we'll notify,
The principal at the site.
right. If we have to go, if we just base on it, Saturday and Sunday. Sunday will be after church. It won't be before church. Sometime it might be 10 o'clock, or some people go to church at 8 o'clock in the morning. We don't know right now, but we're working on that.
As soon as you get that information, we can move forward.
I turn it in and I fed Saturday and Sunday.
But you didn't have, I didn't see Saturday and Sunday, and I didn't see the exact times that you were wanting to, have your practices. But we can clear all that up, that's not the issue. The issue is, I just need to get the information. And then also with the insurance, just give us the documentation that has the big basketball on there, because what we had was just, the football and the cheerleading. That's
Bit of
it.
basketball was on the paperwork when I turned it in. I had it on it.
It was.
It wasn't, but I had it on there. I have a copy of it, but that's irrelevant. But is it, when I get the paperwork, should I come and bring it to the board and then gonna get it worked, get it approved, then I got to come back to another meeting?
No, what I'm gonna ask the board to do is just to approve that you can use it, and then you'll just give us the information, when we come back from the holidays.
Okay. So could I ask this question? On opening the gym on Saturday and Sunday, how can I get in the gym and have access to go in there?
We're gonna have to get somebody to open the gym for you.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Right, can I get a motion to that effect?
That's so moved.
Motion by Ms. Porter, second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No questions? Vote?
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Whitley?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
Item 5, declare the 10 classroom portable trailer at Chata as surplus and advertise its bid for sale.
There are some people that are interested in purchasing that trailer. It is not of use to us any longer, so I'm asking that you declare it as surplus so that we can advertise it, as bid for sale.
That's so moved. Motion by Ms. Porter, second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No questions? Vote?
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Whitley?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
Item 6, cover for early learning center.
We've had several complaints about the entrance to the Early Learning Center, teacher parking lot. There's a deep trench there that can damage the front end of a car. The police jury is willing to help, repair the entrance to the school if we purchase a culvert. Looking at the cost for culverts, they run from, depending upon the size, from $253 to $518. So all we need to do is purchase the culvert and then move forward. So I'm asking for permission to work with the police jury so that we can get that entrance fixed.
That's so moved. Motion by Ms. Porter, second by Ms. Whitley. Any questions? No questions? Vote?
Ms. Cheney?
Yes.
Ms. Porter?
Yes.
Ms. Whitley?
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
This concludes the Building and Ground Committee.
The Education Committee will come to order. Roll call.
Dr. Byron Hurst?
Present.
Ms. Virginia Bell?
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney?
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph?
Here.
Ms. Shirley Comstock Galligan?
Present.
Dr. Sonia Tinsley Perez?
Here.
Dr. Jennifer Grace? Present. Dr. Candace Robinson is absent.
We have one item. Receive and consider for approval consulting service agreement between St. Helena Parish School Board and 10 Square LLC.
St. Helena Parish received an application for a charter school, Kingdom Charter. And as a requirement from the state, we must get a third party to review the application. 10 Square did the application on this particular charter school in Tangipahoa Parish, and because the application is similar, 10 Square gave us a discounted rate, for their service. And that rate is $4,750. So every time, a charter school wishes to set up shop in any school district, the district is bound to pay a third-party reviewer, every time they come in. So you can have school systems that have 10 to 15 charter schools that want to, set up shop in their district, and they have to pay, those third-party reviewers. So we have a discount in that, it's $4,750, and, after you approve that, we then have to notify our legislators of the, application, and then at the end, notify them of the decision that was made. So at this time, I'm asking that you, approve that we move forward with this third-party reviewer, 10 Square. Of this, yes, this, no, just this one review.
So the state is making us pay $5,000 to tell us the same thing it told 10 Square.
Yes. And they gave us a discount to do it.
I so move.
Got a motion by Ms. Cheney,
Second.
second by Ms. Bell. Vote?
Dr. Hurst.
Yes.
Ms. Bell.
Yes.
Ms. Cheney.
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board.
This concludes the Education Committee.
The negotiation committee's call to order. Roll call.
Ms. Jones Porter.
Present.
Ms. Barbara Whitley. Present. Mr. Alvin Travis.
Present.
Dr. Kelly Joseph.
Here.
Ms. Miranda Watson. Here. All members present.
We have one item on the, agenda to approve revision to the union contract regarding bereavement leave for employees.
At this time, I'm gonna ask Ms. Clark to come forward, so we can explain the change in the union agreement.
Good evening. It was brought to my attention not too long ago that, we had left out significant others and companions in our bereavement leave. And as all of y'all are aware, we have several in the system. So we are requesting that these be added along with the definition of the relationship so that you'll understand it's not somebody that we've been going together 2 weeks and I need to take off.
How do we define significant other?
It's in there.
These relationships shall be defined as a gender-neutral term as a person's partner in an intimate relationship without disclosing or presuming anything about marital status, relationship status, or sexual orientation, which has been established as a long-term relationship recognized by the community.
And this administration took no issue with the change in the bereavement leave, being that it is a small community, we would have a handle on, anybody who would request bereavement leave and it was not, legitimate. So, and it speaks to inclusive practices, for all, partners.
So you okay with that?
Yes.
Also move.
We got a motion by Mr. Travis. And a second by Ms. Whitley. Vote?
Ms. Porter.
Yes.
Ms. Whitley. Yes. Mr. Travis.
Yes.
3-0, motion carried, refer to the full board for vote.
This ends the negotiation committee.
Our Father, our God, in the name of Jesus, here it is, dear God, once more and again, we do thank you for this day. We thank and praise you for everyone who's here today, dear God. We ask your blessing upon everyone, Lord God. We thank and praise you for bringing us here, Lord. giving us traveling grace and mercy. Now, Lord, we ask that you will bless everything that has been said on the agendas. We do thank and praise you for what you're doing for St. Helena, dear God. We just thank you once more and again in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The meeting room will come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the St. Helena Parish School Board. Roll call.
Ms. Joyce Porter,
Present.
Dr. Byron Hurst,
Present.
Ms. Linda Cheney,
Present.
Ms. Barbara Whitley. Present. Ms. Virginia Bell. Present. Mr. Alton Travis.
Here.
All members present, form accept.
Item B, approve minutes and agenda, March 9th, 2017 committee meeting, and March 9th, 2017 regular board meeting, and approve the current agenda. Can I get a motion to approve those collectively?
I also move we approve them collectively.
I second. Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Ms. Porter. Any questions? No questions? All in favor of the motion, say aye to tap together. Ayes have it, motion passes. Item C, superintendent's report.
Good evening, community. Good evening, board. I just have a few items that I'd like to share with everyone. The first is presentation of the 2016 Louisiana School Board Association training certificates to school board members. We have Mr. Alton Travis with 14 continuous learning units. Ms. Virginia Bell with 22.5 continuing learning units. Ms. Barbara Whitley with 22.5 continuing learning units. Ms. Linda Cheney with 22.5 continuing learning units. Dr. Byron Hurst with 15.5 continuous learning units. And Ms. Joyce Porter with 22.5 continuous learning units. What that means is that you have a well-educated board who understands and knows their role and also all of the challenges that we face within the state. And they are well-equipped and able to manage St. Helena Parish school system and this board effectively. So I'd like for everyone to please give them a round of applause for their continued service. Next, I'd like to share with you the USDA update for the Arts and Technology Academy. We were required by the USDA to revise our financial feasibility report. And we are in the process of doing that and should have that done when we come back from the Easter break. And we'll have that submitted to our architects, Tipton and Associates, and also USDA. And hopefully we'll be able to move forward. That'll be the last big piece within that application that we have to submit. I know it's a long and slow process, but that is just the nature of the beast when you are dealing with USDA. Next is a presentation of our monthly district financial dashboard, and we have Ms. Virginia Seal Crawford who will come up and present that.
Evening again. In the packet that I passed out, I said we have a legal sheet and a letter size sheet. The legal sheet is the general fund with the our collection, cash on hand expenditures, and the percentage of the budget that was used. And the other one is the tax collections, and it's for the different years, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, up through 16, 17. And she just said just to remind people that 13, 14, the difference is before the 16.4 mil, which took effect. So that's kind of like where it's the jump.
Next thing on my report, I wanted to let everyone know about our graduation. Our seniors will be graduating on Friday, May 19th, 2017 at 6:30 p.m. at the stadium. The auditorium is not big enough to hold all of the 87 seniors that we have graduating. So we will have it at the stadium. If we have inclement weather, then we'll move the graduation into the gym, okay? So we look forward to that wonderful event. And the last thing that I have, this evening, I'd like to recognize, and it is long overdue, our 7-2A district champions. our St. Helena football team. We have some items that we'd like to present to them, and we just want to recognize them for a job well done. During the regular season, they went 9-1, and in the playoffs, they went 3-1, giving them an overall record of 12-2 for the 2016-2017 school year. We're very proud of the accomplishments. We know that the students, also the juniors and the seniors, are taking ACTs, and they are scoring very high with those tests, and we're very proud of them. So they are truly student athletes, and so at this time, we'd just like to recognize them for their hard-fought efforts, and want to congratulate them on a job well done, and we look forward to becoming state champions next football season. So at this time, I would like Coach Brown to please come up. Coach Brown was also recognized as the 7-2-8 Coach of the Year, so we are very proud of that. I'm going to call out the names, and you will come up and receive your medallion or your plaque. You want to say a few words? You can come up.
Okay, good evening. First, I just want to thank God, who's the head of my life, but I also want to thank, some of those fine young men and those coaches. We couldn't do it without a lot of hard work. It took a lot of time, a lot of hard work, a lot of dedication, and I just want to commend, every young man that's here, and also the ones who's not here, and also, those coaches. I have a tremendous staff. Can't do it alone, and I do it, just some countless hours, and we have some, at times I can be demanding. We meet on the weekends, we come up on Saturday and Sunday and watch film together, and just kind of spend a lot of time together, and so we can be prepared for the upcoming week. And so I just want to thank each and every one of those young men, all those coaches, giving up their family time and just everything to have a successful season we had. And so, but we're not finished. We went into the year saying our motto, we want to just build a solid program, and we want to take it 1 week at a time and do it brick by brick. I think we built a solid foundation, but right now we itching for one more week. We came up short, and that's our goal right now, just one more week. And so that's what we itching for, and we striving to get that one more week and win that state championship. Thank you.
I would just like to say that I am very, very, very proud of St. Helena College and Career Academy football team. I made every single game, so I was very proud. Mr. Lionel Tops. Okay, this states that St. Helena College and Career Academy Hawks presents this to Lionel Tops, LHSAA 728 District Champs, 2016-17 football season, brick by brick. And that's what we was doing, taking them down brick by brick. James Atkins. And his reads the same thing. And I really like that at the bottom, brick by brick. Benjamin Morgan. Dorian Nelson. Last but not least, Major Coleman, better known as the Get Back
At this time, we're going to recognize all of our players, and each player is going to receive a medallion, and on the back of the medallion, it says LHSAA 728 District Champions 2016-2017, brick by brick. Troy Hurst. Jeremy Griffin. Arnold Straughter. Travis, Damian Morgan, Demetrius Brown, Sharon Hurst, Kevin Atkins, Fernando Muse, Devin Taylor, Jerome Hall, Matthew Claiborne, Timothy Chandler, Travion Tanner, Carlos Marnotti, Myron Smith Jr., Darius Stovall, Michael Martin, Deshaun Singleton, Daniel Zuno, Marion Brumfield, Darrell Hampton, Corey LeBlanc, Antoine Courtney, Byron Brumfield, Marquez Barker, Kevin Muse, Grant Muse, Marion Burton, Teray Scott, Alex Self, Charleston Cox, Osiris Torrance, and Le'Veon Hitchens. Coach, if you could come up and get the medals for your players. And we have one last item we'd like to share with the team. This banner is going to go up in the gym with all of the other signs that we have on there. So this will forever be in the gym at St. Helena College and Career Academy. So congratulations. Roll it back up.
Roll. Oh, they got roll some.
All y'all come.
Coach also.
Some of y'all get on that side, some of y'all get on that side.
We do have our band members that are in the audience. I'm assuming one of the board members asked them to come tonight, but we're gonna recognize them next month in a very special way because they have done a phenomenal job on the field as well. They just went to their Battle of the Bands, I believe it was in Plaquemine Parish, and they came out third place in our cheerleading, our dance team and flag, they came out first place. And they are also hosting their own Battle of the Bands on what day? On May 5th. We have Mr. Chester and Fry. Would you come up to the podium and just give us some highlights of what happened and tell us what's happening with our Battle of the Bands? I told him and also Mr. Jackson that, you know, I want a marching 100 band. Now, given the fact that we only have about 400 and some odd kids at our high school, we still want a marching 100 band. The marching 100 is typical for schools that have, you know, well over 1,000 students. But in our school, I believe we will hit a marching 100 next year. So, Mr. Fry?
Yes, ma'am. We working really hard at both schools to get you the marching 100. At St. Helena Arts and Technology Academy, we have approximately 50 kids, and those kids are getting prepared to be in the band for next year, along with the high school band. At Plaquemine High School Battle of the Bands, we did a great job. We came out number 3 out of 6 bands. That was a great thing. The dancer came out number 1. And, working really hard.
Mr. Fry, we won't hold it against you that you're from Alcorn, but, you know, okay, Coach. But he's doing a phenomenal job, and we're very excited about next school year. He did inform me, I think it was this morning or yesterday, that the band equipment that we purchased for them has come in, part of it has come in, and the rest should be coming by the end of the week or right, for sure before the end of the month. So we'll have new band equipment for our band members, and we're looking at uniforms and just really putting in the resources to make sure that the program is successful. So thank you, Mr. Fry. And that concludes my report.
Item D, approved committee reports.
I also move we approve them all collectively.
Motion by Dr. Hurst, second by Ms. Porter, that we approve all committee reports collectively. Any questions? No question? All in favor of the motion, say aye, tap the gavel. Ayes have it, the motion passes. Item E, meeting closing. Announcement of next meeting dates, which will be May 11th, 2017 at the central office. I'm gonna be back here. We'll be back here on May the 11th, recognizing our marching band, and closing comment by board members. I would just like to say to all of our bereaved employees, definitely in our thoughts and prayer. Also, I know Dr. Joseph is experiencing something with her grandmother. We definitely have you in our prayers. And I would just like to pause a moment for silence, so we can give honor to the Almighty. Amen. All right. All right. Dr. Joseph have one other comment.
In March, at the end of March, I believe it was March 28th or March 29th, we had well over 25 people who represented St. Helena Parish School District at the Bessie meeting. That Bessie meeting was designed to have John White, he wanted to have the ESSA framework approved and submitted to the federal government. In that plan, there were a lot of things that were going to negatively impact small rural school districts like St. Helena Parish. And so we have been really fighting, trying to get things right and adjusted that would benefit students. And so as a result of all of the voices that came out, we have gotten a lot of recognition. St. Helena is definitely on the map. They are definitely recognized and respected. And now, although the motion was passed to move forward with the submittal of the ESSA framework, it did come back. The Bessie members said that they needed some revisions to the plan. And so right now, superintendents and teachers and other stakeholders are working. For the past 2 weeks, I've been at the state capitol working with John White and his staff on trying to make those changes and those adjustments that better suit the needs of kids. So I want to thank everybody who took the time on that day to come out and voice their concerns and share the voice, St. Helena's voice, to the powers that be at the state. So I just wanted to recognize everyone who did that. Any other comment, board members?
No comment. The last motion. I so moved. Motion by Ms. Porter. All yeas. This meeting is adjourned.